welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a pros and cons video of having a service dog. So if you don't know, I have a... You okay? I have a 7-month-old standard poodle service dog in training. His name's Finnegan. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, you can like it and subscribe to my channel for more service dog content. So I'm gonna start out by going over the pros of having a service dog. And if I'm looking over here, it's because I have my list on my computer. So Finnegan's right here. I don't know if you can see him, but he might pop in. So the first pro of having a service dog is the freedom and independence it gives you. So if you have a service dog, it's to help mitigate your disability. And a lot of times the tasks that the service dog performs for you can help give you more independence and freedom so you can live like a more normal life. So for example, someone with a disability might not be able to like go to the store by themselves without someone, and having a service dog who is task trained could help give them that freedom so that they can do things that they wouldn't be able to do without the service dog. Another pro is it can just give you more normalcy. More normalcy? Is that a word? In your everyday life. So if you're disabled, obviously there's things you can't do or that are a lot harder for you than other people who are abled. But having a service dog can just give you like the freedom and independence to be able to do things that you wouldn't be able to do. Another pro about service dogs is that they're different from other medical equipment. So service dogs are technically considered medical equipment, but what's different about them is obviously that they're living beings. So you can have a relationship with them and have a connection with them. Another pro about having a service dog is it can give you a big sense of importance. So what I mean by that is like you're responsible for the dog. So the dog is depending on you. Another pro is how motivating having a service dog can be. So an example is for me, sometimes it can be like hard for me to get out of bed, but like now that I have Finnegan, I can't just lay in bed. Like I have to get out of bed to feed him and to take him outside. I have to give him exercise and get outside. And so it's just like a big motivator, having that like something that needs you. And so you don't really have a choice and you end up having to do the things like you have to get out of bed to go feed your dog. Another pro, I guess, is you get better at learning how to interact with strangers. I don't know if this is a pro or a con. It depends if you're introverted or extroverted. You kind of have to learn how to like have conversation with people, which for me it's kind of a con, but it might be a pro for some people. Having a service dog, people are going to come up to you and you're going to have conversations with them. So you're going to eventually get better at those interactions, which can be helpful. Another huge pro of having a service dog is they're like a constant in your life, which is so awesome. And it's so nice to just have something that's like constant and they're always there for you. They're also just like, I mean, like your best friend, and they're always going to be there for you. You can have like such a good bond and relationship with them, which is so cool. So unlike any other medical equipment or treatment ever. Another pro is you can meet some cool people and get more involved in like a community. So you can meet other handlers that have service dogs, which is really cool. And it's also nice just to have like a community where you can talk to people who are going through similar things that you are and who kind of relates to what you're going through. So those are the pros I'm going to talk about. Obviously, there are a lot more pros. I feel like those are just the main ones. I'm gonna move on to cons. I feel like service dogs are glamorized a lot. That's why I kind of wanted to focus more on the cons, just because I feel like people aren't as aware about the like struggles of having a service dog. So the first con is the social aspect of it all. You have to be comfortable going into public and having everyone look at you. And it can be really scary and hard to like go into public with a service dog because people are gonna look at you, they're gonna ask you questions, and they're gonna pay attention to you that you probably don't want. This was a really hard thing for me because I have social anxiety disorder. I had my first service dog in training. It took a long time to get comfortable going into public with her. Now that I have Finnegan, it's gotten easier. It's still definitely a struggle sometimes, but it does get easier. So you kind of just have to decide if that con outweighs the pros, and for me it didn't. The pros were more important than that particular con, even though that was a big struggle that I'm still working through. The next con is like the work that goes into having a service dog, I guess. So they're still a dog, so you need to take care of them, you need to groom them, you need to feed them, you need to take them outside, you need to exercise them. Sometimes that can be really hard for someone who's disabled. Another con is like interacting with people every single day. What I mean by that is if you want to go on like a quick run to the store, Like, it's not going to be a quick run to the store with a service dog, because people are going to stop you. They might want to tell you about like, oh, like I had a dog back in my day, or like, oh, your dog's so pretty. Like, they'll start a conversation with you, and it can be really frustrating when you just want to go and like live your life basically. So that can be really challenging because it's just constant attention on you. Another thing is like the constant work you have to put into it. So it's never like a one-time thing. Whether you're getting a dog from a program or your owner training, it's not like you train your dog and then they're done and they're perfect forever, because they get rusty and you have to keep working on stuff. Another con I would say, if you're owner training, is you still have to train them while you're disabled. So what I mean by that is like, it can be hard to be training a service dog with a disability, if that makes sense. So it's just a lot of work to keep up with the training. Can definitely be worth it, but it is a lot of hard work that goes into it. Another thing that can be kind of a con is the community. I said this as a pro too, but there can be some like toxic people in the service dog community and just like judgy, unsupportive people. And I think that's with every community, but that is something to consider. The people are not always going to be nice, and it's something that can be challenging. Another thing that's kind of considered a con is having a service dog will change your lifestyle. Like, it's just how it is. Service dogs aren't the right treatment for everybody, and that's just something we have to like accept. Another thing like a trainer once told me, which I think it's like a funny analogy, is having a service dog is like having an infant. It's like an extension of yourself. You have to make sure that they have water. You have to take them out to go potty. Hi. So it's like a lot of work all the time, like, because they come with you, they come with you everywhere. So it's just a lot of work, and it is kind of like having an infant that helps you, I guess. Another big con is expense. So like any dog, a service dog costs a lot of money. Training, food, vet bills, everything. Those are my main pros and cons I wanted to touch on. I'm sure that there are a lot more. Those are just like the main ones that I wanted to kind of talk about. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can like it and subscribe to my channel. And you can also follow us on our Instagram, which will be right there, or there, or there. It'll be on the screen somewhere. And you can like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this. And please, 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 comment any video suggestions you guys have, because I really need video ideas. I would love video suggestions. That would be great. And I love reading your guys' comments. So if you guys ever just want to comment anything, that'd be fun. I love responding to comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.